Ladies and gentlemen, I would like all of you now to stand up as I welcome the governor to give us some remarks. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Please let's be seated. Yeah. Wow, it's really great to be here. And I want to thank you all for the beautiful welcome, Mr. CEO and the entire team. It's really not what I imagined it to be. I thought I was going to meet a small startup somewhere that's trying to bootstrap and get things together. But it's really encouraging. I'm really excited by what you're doing, by the number of different amazing people you've put together, by your bias to the sciences and engineering, because the future is technology, and that's what we're looking at. And so we take this trip very, very, very seriously. And I think this visit really has added the cherry on top, because what I've seen is practical, what I've seen is things that we can implement, and it's things that we're thinking about. Now, Nairobi intends to be the first net zero city in Africa. That is our goal. And as we re-engaged in COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh, where we got a lot of attention, from air quality measuring, we're part of C40 cities. C40 cities is chaired right now by the Mayor of London. And a position came out for vice chair, and there's already a lot of countries trying to get me to be the vice chair of C40s, to deputize Sadiq Khan. It's a network of cities across the globe that have decided to make practical steps towards climate action, and we're really keen on that. That includes measuring, first of all, the quality of air, etc., reducing carbon emissions, replacement, mode switching in our mobility sector, having green buildings, addressing our solid waste management, and areas around that. And we're keen on implementing that. But I remember speaking in Sharm el-Sheikh, I told a lot of the people there that, you see, for most people in Africa and in Kenya, the climate conversation is just out there. That makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, because the biggest polluters have now brought all of us and have told us, now you guys need to stop doing this. We're not the biggest polluters, but we're the biggest victims of it now. And I told them, you must change how you address climate action, because for many countries in the global south, the energy transition is from zero energy to energy, And so, as Shakespeare says, truly wise is he who learns from another's mishap. We want to learn the journey you've gone, but we want to be very practical. Now, unless you translate interventions to the issue of jobs, green jobs, unless you translate it to savings, unless I explain to a boda rider who is doing transport and makes 2,000 shillings a day that an electric bike will make him save an extra 1,000 shillings, then these conversations will just be elitist gatherings once a year of nations to go and spend taxpayers' money. And so we need to be extremely practical when we talk about climate action. And that is why we're keen on it. And there are various initiatives that we're focusing on as the county government of Nairobi. Maybe for those who might not be very familiar with our structure of governance, a unitary state, and so we have one national government and we have 47. The 47 governments have distinct functions provided for in our constitution in the 4th schedule that we deliver on, but we on some shared functions. So the biggest functions that we have an elected governor, your version of the House of Lords, but these ones are elected. It's not hereditary. From single. So it's a mongrel of a system. So with actions which are in Africa, just as the important the next generation in a and I keep telling Nairobi to compete with children in Mombasa. Even them, they should be able to compete with in London and in New York has become. So in bottom up, and it is bottom up. Average common has not been on the table, and we get them out of the menu. That dividend, energetic, it looks like a of unemployment. No, we have an opportunity to supply the world. We don't have gold. Skills support. Their skills and then connecting. And then when I was a senator, so before that I was a member of parliament. And when I was creates what we have today in Kenya. Because if unemployment is our biggest problem, yet for black cat that is not even. Just postponing it, pushing it. Because you teach people courses that the it was a precursor to the next was to provide And this was the first in the world. To go to women, young people, and persons. Money you need from venture. And it has the potential will employ because we want to do that. And we are doing the same to create creating a space to gather potential. Because what we are selling, the Education Center for Nairobi is a skill. There's investment for what we're doing. And so, yes, we want to get into electric mobility, but we want electric mobility that's practical, you know. People have come with ideas of mode switching from the bikes that are diesel and change them into. I've not seen it working anyway. It's easier for me just to getting new bikes that are electric, and to incentivize those who are bringing in Nairobi. Practically, whereas first in the next you saw it. Engage with us. With us on that. We have in Kenya and in Nairobi. It's not terrorism. It is millions of watching, zooming past in his big car. Those are the guys we want to engage, and sorry for being, but it's actually quite senior as our finance minister. So we want just practical. As I go to conclude, and food science is important. We have an entire docket on school in Nairobi than in Turkana County because of food, you know. Because in an urban area, if you don't have money, then you'll not feed your family and you'll not have no place to stay. The interventions after the drought, largest drought that we've had, interventions towards Nairobi. And we're going to feed every child in a public county. The first meal will be served in September. That is something we want to partner with. Of course, yes, the health advisor. Into our country. Grow it affects it, of it is the Business Growth Academy. Professionalize services for our business we have in there. And so not every small enterprise or startup needs to, they don't all need to hire a pool those services. A lot of what you'll see us doing is to target our biggest resource, which is our people. For this invitation, we'll keep on engaging, and we will keep on doing practical, real things. Or we can talk. We can also talk. But let's agree on something specific, when we can implement it, create a working group, and start. We are ready, we're willing, we're excited at this opportunity, and I hope you are too. And for the first two companies that we've listened to, and I know there are many that are here, we can agree on tangible steps moving forward. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you ever so much, Governor. I don't know whether you're aware that within the diaspora,